So let's do our weekly support and resistance. So I'm going to start right here at the top of this area there. All right, that's one. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to see some more areas I like here. Let's do this one again. There. And of course, we're going to do one more. There. Of course, we have that area right there. That's the very top of the range. And all we did was go up this. So what if the price goes down? What areas would there be under this area? Well, right there. Let's see another one. Of course, here at the very bottom, and I'm going to move this over some. Because if I want to learn, I got to look to the left. That's where my information is going to come from if I'm doing my charting, and right here. And if you notice, this lines up with this. So these are my areas of support and resistance. And right now, we are currently here. We're under a resistance area. Because if we're under and looking to go up, this is resistance. If we are above it and going down, this would be support. Now, with that being said, you can see that we are pretty much within, I would say, a trading range. We haven't really moved too far above the area here at 3,000, or should I say 34,276. And we haven't gone really below 31,129. And about, let's see, since the beginning of, let's see here, October of 2022. So for about pretty much a year, we've been in the same area. It hasn't really gone too far above it, and it hasn't gone below it at all. Now, with that being said, we're going to add something new. Today, we're going to do a trend line. So a trend line is a way for you to say, I think that the market may continue in one area. And it's really places where price action or these candlesticks have bounced off of. So this is a trend line going up. This is in the weekly. So you're doing all these lines in the weekly. As you go to the daily time frame, you can then make them even sharper, or you can make them a little bit better based on the candlesticks that we're going to change now into the daily. So as you can see, let's make this a little bit bigger. We're going to start looking at moving this a tad. There we go. Bottom of that candlestick. Essentially, we want to go there. That brings our trend line here to the bottom of that candlestick to the wick. And this candlestick here, same thing. So if you look, we started off, and this is important, some things you're going to start learning when you're doing your entries and exits. You want to look for things like this. And the reason you want to look at this area, let me do another one, specifically, is because of 1 and 2. These are considered a double bottom or a double touch. And if you really want to do something, you can say, hey, it looks like a very specific letter. That letter would be a W. Here's your first part coming down, then going up, coming down again to make your double touch or double bottom, and then continuing up. This is a bullish pattern. That is a way you can measure your entry. So let's put, there you go. That would be your entry point here and here. This will be a confirmation and is the start of our trend line in the weekly time frame. As you come to the daily, you will notice that these patterns are a little bit easier to find. Here we go. And if you look, you essentially have almost the same thing here. Because if you put your line right here, and let's just say the bottom of this range or area is here. Price action came, or the candlesticks came from here, went up, came down to retest this area. When you're doing charting, it's not about being precise. It's about knowing the areas that you're looking for. So we already had this trend line, this resistance drawn. Once it bounced off of our trend line, which we just drew in our weekly time frame, and it gave us that 1-2 touches, it went right back up to this area. So these are ways you can get in and out of your trades, and you can be a lot more profitable when you're moving your funds around in your TSP. So this was the Dow Jones Industrial. If you're asking yourself, well, where can it go now? Well, let's see. Let's get rid of our, well, actually, we can keep that time frame, that trend line. We could take a trend line from here. This is the top of my area, down to here. And we'll make this one a different color. There we go. So right now, I'm in a down trend. So let's make something even clearer. How about we make it an area that we're going to be concerned with? So I want to be concerned specifically with this downtrend area. So I'm going to do this here. And now I have made myself an area of concern, which is a channel. I'm going to bring this up so you guys can see it a little bit more. There you go. And bring this up. There you go. So this is my area of concern. I am looking for this channel to continue down. If it does, it can go sideways. But essentially, I want to see if this right here. So let's do one of these. I'm going to do one more of these. And since this is in the daily, I'm going to make this one a different color so you can see the difference in doing daily time frame and weekly time frame. There we go. So this is the one we did in the daily. The reason I did it is because all these candles came here and these wicks are showing rejection from this area. So I'm going to go over, and if you look around this area, it had a little bit of friction, rejection. It came down to our trend line, it messed around here for a while and went up. Here, automatic rejection, rejection. It was resistance here. Came back, it was resistance here, and then it was support here, but it went right through it. Same thing here, and here, and here, and here. So, in your daily time frames, you should be able to get more precise entries and exits. And for your weeklies, you can judge essentially what direction are you going in. So, next time we're going to talk about what this is. Right now, we know it's a downtrend, right? This is an introductory thing. This area right here, we're going to talk about why this area is important and what it will be called. Well, that's a video for another time, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Give it a like, subscribe, say hi. If there's anything you would like me to chart for you or you want to chart together, let me know. It'd be fun, and I would enjoy it. Hopefully you would too. All right, so there you go. This was the TSPS fund, the Dow Jones Industrial, and we're just charting it up. And we're looking at areas of concern. Right now, we are in a downtrend. We want to see if that continues. And if it does, we are looking for areas such as this for rejection. Or is this going to be an area we get hung up on and go through to end up here? So we will see. And I'll see you next week. We'll talk about another TSP fund next week. See you then.